Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Casa podcast. It's your boy here again, and today, we're super excited to be talking about this particular topic because it would drive a few of us crazy. It would remind a lot of us of the things we that really grind our gears. Today, we're talking pet peeves. I've got a lot of, the usual squad, the usual suspects. Fia, your boy is here. Quincy Frost is here. And Rashid is back. Rashid has so much fun last week. He's back for more. But man, I have to start off the show this way. Quincy,
What's
that
good,
hat
man?
is just stealing the show. Like we people came here for a show, and your hat has just that hat is stealing the
Primo,
show.
primo, primo.
Should we just end the show and just give your hat props and just put the hat on and just walk out?
Nah,
Man,
nah,
that's some.
nah.
But giving your hat a very stiff chase is Ifya Ebua's hair. Guys, look at Ifya Ebua's hair. I'm going to put her
Please.
up on the screen. Like,
Gucci,
look at
Mm-mm.
how that hair is popping.
Please.
Gucci.
You,
Please.
you're looking amazing today, Ifya Ebua. That
Thank
hair
you.
is
Thank
banging.
you. Thank you.
Like, I know people have been asking me what I'm going to be doing with my hair. Guys, I'm 2 weeks away from having Ifya Ebua's kind of hair. Like, I'm almost there. I'm
What are
almost
you
there.
what are you saying? Who's here?
Look at this. I'm
Oh,
almost there. I am just, a few extensions
Okay,
away.
you're almost there. You're
I'm almost there.
almost
And,
there.
but
You
yeah.
have like 3 days and then you get my length.
And that's where we're talking about how people are killing it. Rashid is rocking that Casa podcast t-shirt. And if you haven't gotten yours yet, damn, what are you waiting for? Just hit us up, follow us on the socials. Just let me get the address, and yours is on the way. I sent out a couple of them this week, and boy, I think people are going to, the pictures are going to come in, and I'm going to start uploading them on the socials. Um, Quasi Frost, where's your
what's
Casa
going
stuff?
on, man? Soon. I'm gonna have the casa hat and
Hot.
everything. Yeah,
Okay.
Man.
Okay.
I'm gonna put casa right here, like casa
but,
podcast.
but guys, how was the week for you guys? How was the week?
It was great. I had a good week, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, had a good week. Really good week.
Nice.
Yeah.
Rashid, how was your week?
Um, it was a lot of mixed emotions.
Mm.
It was a good, funny, sad. I actually lost a friend though, but yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
Oh
she was,
Oh,
man,
yeah,
sorry.
yeah,
man.
my
she was
condolences.
a very good one. So yeah, I guess that's just to let you know. But
Man,
life goes
that
on. So
we're
yeah,
sending our love and strength your way. We hope you and the family hold up really well.
oh yeah, she's her family's okay. Her family's okay. So
That's awesome. That's awesome. Um, and just as we're sending our condolence, I'm sending out my condolence to all my United fans. It must be very hard. I know it's you're going through it. You're going through it, but listen, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. You have to go through the 7 seasons to be able to get to the 4 seasons. Like guys, like we have to acknowledge that. If yeah, boy, how was your week? How was your week?
I had a pretty good week, I guess.
Mm,
Very laid back
mm,
work, but then, everything I planned to do this week, I got it done. So I had
nice.
a good week.
Nice. All right, guys, we're going to get into the conversation. Pet peeves. I know you all have one. I'm going to start the show off with a joke because I can see Nag in the building. And today I was talking to Nag earlier and I asked for his pet peeve. Who could guess what Nag's pet peeve was? Who could guess
Broke
what
Hmm.
people,
Nag's pet peeve was? Sorry.
broke people.
Yeah, that's one. I'm going to save Nag's pet peeve for the end of the show. Guys, remind me to tell you what Nag's pet peeve was. It was hilarious. And funny
how
enough,
how
What
when
was
many
it?
pet peeves? What was it? I mean, we can start with that. What was it?
Nag's pet peeve,
Uh huh.
it has to do with a dog. I would leave it at
Mm.
that, and I'll come back to that. And so,
Wait, he doesn't like
no, 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 no,
pets.
no,
hey,
no,
I,
no, no,
I,
no,
I
no.
said we
I
would
have an
come back
idea.
to it.
Before we get there, yeah, I think
Oh,
just
I
Okay,
don't know.
so I'm
um,
going to start with you guys. I know if your boy has her mouth wide open. I'm going to start with my pet peeve. Pet peeve number one, and this really grinds my gears. One of the things that really gets me is whenever I sneeze around people and they don't say bless you. I'm like, it's not that hard. You just gotta say bless you. And some people are laughing here because they're criminals and corporates. Like
Bruh,
they break that rule all the time. But whenever
Ah!
people sneeze
bruh.
around you, just say bless you. It's not that hard. It's
Who's
not
your
that hard.
what's bless you? What is it gonna do if someone doesn't say bless you?
I just feel like people, care,
Bless
Oh,
you?
Yeah.
How do you want to sneeze and you want bless you? What is it gonna do?
Hey, you never know. It goes a long way to make people feel happy. For me, it makes my day when I sneeze and people go like, bless you. So please, guys, when people sneeze around you, you can just say life, bless you, anything, good
wait, you
luck,
said
anything.
life?
Yeah, you can say
I've
my
never heard
grandfather
that.
used to say life. Like
Likewise.
in
Oh,
Chi, right? In Chi, he would say Nkwa, right? Which is like good
oh,
life or long life or something. But when people sneeze, at least show some concern.
oh.
Bless you,
I've
good
never.
luck,
Like what
something.
concern? I don't even get it. It doesn't make sense to me to start with.
Wait, wait,
Why
wait.
are you
What if you
sneezing
have
and you
what?
want to
What if you have COVID? Because these days,
you can
you
I
still
know.
you
was,
can
I
still say
was,
bless you and move away.
No,
I
no,
was
no,
about to
no.
say
I'm not.
that.
Hey, stay away from me, man. Like,
I was about to
you
ask him
know,
that, or like, do you
like
have something,
COVID. It's
that is
any
COVID
so
other like
season.
petty. That's
contagious, and
so
you're not going to
petty.
get
How are you telling me that you're no, you
So
people
so guys,
bless
I just saw this and I'm going to address one quick pet peeve, right? Let me do it this way. Kwame is saying, Kujo, my pet peeve is promise and fail. One example, Casa Podcast, I want a merchandise, but I haven't received it when I was promised it is to be expected. Kwame, it's all on you. Your match is right here. I have it ready to go. You haven't sent the address. I've asked you several times to send the address. Please send me the address and you'd get it. It's right here. And so if you have any pet peeve, it's not responding to messages. Guys, let's get into this because Kwame has started off. But if you're on the show and you have any pet peeves, please share with us in the comments. Let us know what your pet peeves are. And if your pet peeve, like Kwame, is that you're not receiving the Casa match, hey, would make it happen. Rashid got his. I'm rocking mine like I promised. If your boy is rocking his in spirit, Kwesi is just rocking the hat. Kwesi is just rocking the hat. But if you're boy, tell me, what are some of your pet peeves?
ill-mannered people.
Ill-mannered people.
Mm.
Yeah.
Why are you
It
doing
is
Kwame like this?
disgusting.
Wait. Ill mannered in what sense? Because there are lots of
Yeah,
ill mannered.
exactly. What exactly do you mean?
There are a lot. So
Um I'll go with rude or disrespectful for no reason. For
So
no
mean, like
that's
mean people.
not
Mm,
even mean. I mean, okay,
Oh,
mean could be, but sometimes like very rude unnecessarily or very disrespectful, I can't stand it because I feel like everybody could be rude or very disrespectful.
mhm,
mm-hmm.
yeah,
You know, it's just nice as human beings that
mhm,
you are a
act like a
little
human being. Act like a
acts
human being.
like one. You know,
mm,
it's
mm,
just
Yeah,
it's just
mm.
disgusting. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, okay. Mr. Frost, what is your pet peeve?
WhatsApp calls, man. Bad connection. WhatsApp calls. Oh my god, I can't. I.
No, 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 no.
Wait.
Especially no. Let me explain. Let me explain. Especially
Mhm,
when it
Yeah.
says when people
Rick.
call you from like we all are family people in Ghana, right? So let me
mhm,
use that as an example. When it says it has
mhm,
this thing that says reconnecting, right, in the middle of
mhm,
conversation,
mhm, mhm,
and they know they have bad network, right? But they
mhm.
won't text you or find another way to call you, and they keep calling you. I can't. I just can't. I'll block you. Like
Mhm. Mm.
I just block you. Like, I can't. Yeah.
Bad
You
WhatsApp calls.
block?
Uh,
Oh
I
yeah,
think
I'll just probably block you for the day. So just to
get
maybe
your
we'll get your shit together. Let's pick it up tomorrow.
Joe, your
Or
patience
text me or
level is
something.
like that of a
he's
peanut.
Quissy. He's
Oh
Quissy.
no. I have a little patience, but when it comes to that, like, it's annoying, right?
Ah,
Especially when we are talking about something important. If it's important from
Mhm,
your side, you want me to
mhm,
know, right?
mhm,
But your connection is bad. So
mhm.
why aren't you finding other ways to call me
To call.
or
I mean, these
text?
days you can't
Like
trust internet calls, right? Those cyber
yeah.
calls are just bad. And so it might not be their fault. Have a little patience. If you're a boy, it's like, I'm going to be calling you on WhatsApp soon. And if you're not going to be,
that's what
You're
I'm
you're
doing. I'm
you're,
gonna
you're
start
blocked.
calling you.
You're blocked. You're blocked.
Mr.
Before or
Rash,
after?
Mr. Rash, hit me. What's your pet peeve?
Okay, pet peeve. You know when you're driving and you
Mhm,
want to turn, and
mhm,
for whichever reason, you
mhm,
just want to be patient in the traffic, only for
mhm,
you to find out the guy on the left will not use their blinker and then they turn.
mm,
Like you want to use that
mm,
same route, and he's
mm.
look, in Ghana we call it traffic gator. That thing is frustrating.
Oh, like you when
Mhm,
you don't use your
mhm,
current signals.
Bro, a
mhm,
lot of people do that thing. Like you can see they want to go, and okay, in your mind you're like, okay, let me trust he's going straight ahead,
mhm,
only for
mm.
him to just
To
turn.
just turn without.
Trust me, it is crazy because sometimes you have to slam your brakes.
Mhm,
Sometimes you have to
mhm,
swear because you could
mhm,
just hit
Yo,
it.
yo,
Oh,
real
mhm,
G's,
mhm.
real G's don't use turn signals, bro.
Oh my gosh. No, don't fool this. Please. Don't do that.
you
If
see,
you're
no,
using the
wait.
road, please be kind to other road users.
You see,
Communicate.
crazy,
The
crazy.
lights are there for a reason. What is
Crazy. That
real?
that is
Oh
one red
man.
flag. That is one red flag, and I'm now not surprised you're wearing a red hat.
Oh, come
That
on.
is
It's
oh
Oh,
my
actually
come
god,
it's
on.
I mean,
the
I know
red,
you're
Come on.
the
colorblind,
reds
but I
are
know you're
showing.
colorblind, but this is
The
actually
reds
not
are
red.
showing.
So
The reds, it's maroon, right? So let me use the right color, maroon, or is it brown?
Hey. Dude,
yeah, I
let,
mean,
let the color thing go, okay?
yeah, I
Let's
know.
see.
Now
Camping.
I know Rashid could never be a pilot, right? Because he's colorblind.
Guys, Kimping is saying my
Oh
pet
man.
peeve is when you're having an argument and you're giving facts and references, yet everyone around doesn't believe you, yet they will not do any research.
Mm,
It leads right into
That's
one of
serious.
my, yeah, it leads right into one of my other pet peeves: bad agreements. Bad agreements. Like when people just agree with you just to end the conversation. Like I get that sometimes a conversation can get very difficult. Sometimes it's not the right time. And sometimes the best thing to do is to step away from something. But what agreements and especially bad agreements do is they end conversation. They slam the door shut, right? Okay, I would agree with you. Just move on.
mhm,
I would always prefer good disagreements to bad agreements. Good
Hmm.
disagreements is disagreeing with someone respectfully, having the conversation, even leaving room for further discussion. Because
Yeah.
I think relationships and life in general is a series of never ending arguments, right? We
mhm.
may have an argument on this. We'll talk about it. We could leave it after like 2, 3 weeks. After we know better, we can revisit it and we can always get to it. And I even think that's how our society, our politics should be. I don't want my politicians having bad agreements, agreeing to everything, just doing yeah on something. Have good debates, have healthy debates, keep the discussion going. And for you to do that, I think Kimping made a point. At least do some research, at least read, at least prepare for the conversation. It's bad to go into agreements, conversations without preparing, and then all you have to do is, hey, I agree. Oh yeah, that's fine. Oh, you're right. When they are not right. And so bad agreements and not preparing for conversations is just not a good look.
Now
Yeah.
I'm thinking,
Mm-hmm.
does it have to do with like structured conversation on certain topics, or random arguments that just come up? Because those random
Politics,
arguments that just
politics.
come up, you can't go reading something,
Mm-hmm.
unless it's a topic and this way you're discussing.
Mm-hmm.
Then yes, you can go there and then find. Sometimes you don't have enough information. You feel like let's just let this sit, and then
Mm-hmm.
you just live, because
Absolutely.
some
Yes, but
arguments just come out of the
if
blue.
you're
You don't
But
expect
that
it
is
to.
not an
depends on
agreement,
what you're
right?
saying.
Especially when I am not, that is not the bad agreement I am talking about.
Mm-hmm.
The one I am talking about is deliberately like the pretense of having to agree with someone just so that you do not engage in the conversation,
When they
right?
say, all right, whatever.
When people stop, good, whatever.
Exactly.
Like when
Yeah.
people stop engaging, it's a sign of bad listening too. Like just don't bother me, right? Because I think one of the things disagreements and arguments and some of these things do is it trains
Mm-hmm.
people to listen. You have to listen to be able to respond, to stay on topic, to be able to rebut. And
Mhm,
so, one very big trait, one of the things that makes someone a great
Mm-hmm.
debater, conversationalist, is your ability to listen. Bad agreements is when people stop listening. And I think society is getting to that point where people would agree just so that they don't listen to the other side. They only want to listen to the things they like, the things they usually, and so they would just willingly sign on anything without even caring to engage in a conversation. That's what I meant by bad agreements.
Oh.
Mm.
Another one that I have is people
Mhm.
that chew food loud.
Oh, oh, oh,
Like,
You
oh,
guys,
I
Kwesi, oh,
just,
no,
I
of
just,
course, you didn't grow up in Ghana. Have
oh,
you sat in a
I just
trotro
said.
and someone is chewing plantain chips
I
before?
used to be. What
oh.
do you mean? I used to be a church mate.
Kwesi, please,
Not
Kwesi.
with that.
No,
Not
but
with that.
AY, that is so true. Like,
Not with that.
when people,
Uh,
why am I
uh,
hearing you eat? Like, why should I hear you eat? And is that for
Because
me
the food is
that
nice.
in the middle? I'm like,
and even chewing
come
gum,
on.
right? And the one,
Gum, gum. Oh my
the
god,
when people chew gum and then they pop it,
And they pop
it's
it.
so ratchet.
and
Like it
then
looks
they
so
Oh
ratchet.
my
blow
god.
They blow
they
the
blow the
oh,
little fake balloon or whatever they
I,
call it,
I am not,
oh.
I'm not
and then
The
trying
and
air
to.
then they
balloon.
hit their lips, and then hit their lips, and then
And
they
they're
do
talking with
that,
attitude,
and then
and they're
put it
going
back
all
in.
Mm-mm.
and we're playing with it. That's
I'm not trying to go at anybody here, but normally the chewing loudly with the gum, the chewing loudly often goes with this.
Really?
they're right.
Nothing
They're
else.
right.
I
I'm
don't know
just going to
about
leave
that.
it at there.
I don't
The
know.
people
They're
who
ratchet.
get it will get it. But
I don't
yeah,
know about that.
She
I don't know
chewing
ratchet.
about that.
loudly, Kwesi, you wouldn't get it. But yeah, it often goes with
I
that.
I won't get. I know what you mean.
Okay, then we'll leave it
Plant.
at that.
I'm saying, have you guys sat in a trotro with someone chewing plantain chips?
Yeah, when I used to be a church mate, all those people that be
Kwesi,
like, "Kap, kap, kap," like
Kwesi, please,
like they stick their hand
Kwesi,
out and grab the plantain chips
If
from
you if you let
Oh
him
the
have his
my
the,
moment,
god.
let
the
him have
head
his moment.
supermarket, the head
But
supermarket.
that is one thing that really grinds gears. And please, when you're eating, just finish the thing in your mouth before you talk. I mean, it's fine to have a
Yeah,
conversation
yeah,
over dinner,
yeah.
but I don't want your food coming out. Like, it's okay seeing them go in. I don't want, like, why? Why is your food coming out? Like,
Oh,
please.
the ones that splash you,
Yeah.
right? When
Yeah.
they're talking and it's like this like I don't know. I maybe it might be a medical condition, so I don't want to be mean, but
Yeah, but it's not a
the
At least
comfortable
close
thing.
your mouth. Close your mouth then. That's what it means. At least just chew with your mouth closed. That's what it means. Because with what Ifya is asking, or sorry, she's saying about sitting with someone in a church where they're chewing
Mhm.
plantain chips,
Mhm.
I ask myself, the truth is, no matter how soft you chew, it's always going to crack. You know, that whole crackle pop sound. So is it that the rate at which they're chewing matters, or you don't want them to chew at all?
Chewing what? The
also
plantain chips?
um chew your food slow. It's actually better for you. I'm not a whatever you whatever. I'm not a
You're not a
doctor,
meat anymore.
AY,
but
the
AY,
no,
heck?
no,
I
but
saw your reaction to this comment, so I'll let you read it.
Oh,
Oh,
please,
good
Kojo, Kojo,
Lord. Bro,
Kojo,
I have
Kojo,
seen people
Kojo.
in
AY,
streets.
please
Just
Huh?
read this
physical.
comment for us. For the audience that's listening, Sikaka Cry is saying, my pet
Ah,
peeve is those, it's someone picking their nose. Yeah.
they're
Getting the
digging for
boogers.
gold, man. Dig
Getting
for
the
gold.
boogers. And the thing that bugs me, I mean, I get it. Like 9-year-olds, 6-year-olds, I get. Yeah. Yeah. But you're 30, you're 40. What is that thing?
30 plus.
What are you looking for? Are you trying to
30
touch
plus.
your brain? Like, some
No,
people
no,
can
no.
really
You
get
they're
in.
digging
Like, they
for
can
gold. They're
get in.
digging for
Oh
You
my
gold.
can go
god.
all in, then, yeah.
And
I
And
saw
please,
somebody eat it.
what's
ah,
creepy? Like,
we
what
will
is so
move
messed
on
up?
from that.
What is so
Yeah.
messed up
It
is when
is a pet
right
peeve.
Yeah.
after they have to shake
I
your hand. Go,
saw.
oh,
Oh,
I don't
you
know.
people, can we skip
no,
this,
no.
please?
AY,
Like,
it is a pet peeve, and it's one that almost everybody disagrees with. Like, these, it's
man,
unhygienic. Please get a handkerchief, get something, and don't
get
do it
tissue.
in public. Get
Tissue.
tissue. Please don't do it in public when you're old enough to be at the table. Don't pick your nose at the table. I can forgive a 4-year-old, but I can't forgive a teenager and above. Like, come on, guys,
Also,
let's
I have
do
a
better.
question. Since we're there,
Hmm.
is it a Ghanaian thing? Because I've only seen Ghanaians do this.
No
Where
Ghana slander will be
no, no,
accepted.
no, no, no. Wait. I mean, like my family
Because
people.
see,
I've seen
we
usually
all have
older.
those. We
Hold
all have
on.
those.
Usually older folks like they clean their ears and they do this weird noise. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like. is it?
And that was so good. Look, yo, that was that was spot on, man.
It's
That was spot on.
Hmm.
It's like
No,
Ghanaian cake.
it might have some benefit. I don't know.
It's like
Is it
Ghanaian cake, but you've heard it from
no,
Ghanaians. That's what it is.
I think it's a condition. They have
Hmm.
oh
um it's I
And
don't
it
know.
should
Is
be
It's
it
an ENT
ENT?
problem. It's an
Yeah,
ENT problem.
ENT. Yeah.
But
So
however, some people take it to the max. Like some people are
mm-hmm.
always they're chasing the hen down, plucking a feather, they're doing that thing, and then everything after that is unhygienic. After they
like
get
this.
the feather, everything after that is unhygienic. They will be rolling it and yeah,
You know what's weird?
it is not a good thing.
I I
Yes.
thought chasing the hand down was like a figure of speech, only for it to realize they actually like
No, they
chase.
literally chase down the hen and get the
they
feather.
do that.
And then
They
they
do
prove
that.
they
Oh my god!
yeah, there's a whole preparation for it. There's
Wow.
another one here. My pet peeve. This is from MJ Holdbrooks. MJ is
Oh,
saying
the
my
whole
pet
books.
peeve is when people are being late to meetings and lunch dates, especially those who fail to communicate they will be late. I think this is one. This
People who
one
don't
grinds
respect your
gears.
time. Oh
Yep.
gosh,
Yep. Zero respect for other people's time. Like
it kills
I
me.
don't mind
Oh, I
over.
hate,
It
bro.
kills me.
I hate like it probably. I don't know. Usually, if you say I should be there 12:30,
Mhm.
I'm there 12:25,
Mhm.
right? And I just leave.
Absolutely. If you're on
I
time, you're
always
late.
say this that
Yeah.
I will get rid of people just for being
Mhm.
late, just to
Mm.
make a statement.
Mhm.
Like I will go out of my way to get
Mhm.
Crazy.
rid of you just to
Mhm.
make prove to you that
Mhm.
you have to you need self-respect and
Mhm.
Yeah,
respect others, right?
Mhm.
Because time
Yeah.
is as an adult,
time is
if you're a
everything. That
Mhm.
kid,
is
bro, if there's gonna be traffic, wake up on time. If there's
yeah.
gonna be
Absolutely.
Anticipate it.
snow,
Anticipate it.
rain, leave on
Mhm.
time. Like
Mhm.
there is no excuse. I
Mhm.
mean, unless I don't even know what to say. Like somebody just died or whatever on your way, and you're a doctor, and you had to save them or something. But
Yeah.
it's just
Mm.
yeah, time management is it can actually make you poor. People don't know
Absolutely.
that, but it can
Time is
actually make you
money, innit?
lose
That's
a lot
true.
of things. Yeah.
There's another one in here that I really want to get into. Um, Mr. Holbrooks is back. It's like this one makes my skin crawl when somebody scrapes their fork or knife on the plate and it makes a horrible noise. I think
How do you scrape?
table etiquette is one of those things. Like table manners is one of those things that is getting out of style. Like these days, we're not being taught in school, but when we were in school, like etiquette for boys and girls was a thing, and you
Mhm.
had to learn
Even
it.
at
Yeah.
homes, man, your
Like,
parents tell you
why
that.
is
Like,
your cutlery making noise? Like, why are you hitting your fucking? Why am I hearing sounds while you're eating? And then when
I'm
they
not
cut, you hear chicka, 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 chicka on the plate. I'm like, come on, come. You can't.
tiny hole.
This is why you're not. This is why we don't have anything nice. We can't have China when you scrape the bowls like that. Like, we can't have fine China. Like, it's one of those things. Like, I think people should be mindful.
strong arms, man.
Yeah, people should just be mindful.
Uh,
It's not
strong arms.
polite. Like, and
At
a lot
all.
of
At
people are
all.
sensitive to sounds like that. Like, personally, it makes my teeth feel
Grind.
funny.
It's
Yeah.
like yeah, it feels like
It's
it's like a
just
very
it's
similar sound.
It's also okay to eat your chicken with your hands. That's fine.
yeah,
You can
just
grab it
pick
if
it
you
up.
want.
Just pick it up.
That's
That's
fine.
why you have a
Yeah.
napkin.
Stop
I
the
think a lot of
whole.
people these days don't get use the napkin for anything. They just take
That's what it's
the
for.
cutlery and they just
Mm,
toss it.
mm.
Please let's not let no, don't let people hear you eating. AY, what are some of your
I,
pet
I
peeves?
have I have one people that give
Mm-hmm.
excuses for everything. People
Mm.
that don't take accountability and don't want to
Mhm.
give
Mm-hmm.
excuses.
Mm-hmm.
I hate it. Like personally,
What's
I
that?
don't have enough patience. So like it's I can't stand it, honestly. It should be I don't want excuses, right? Like I
Mm-hmm.
don't want to hear if you're going to just be like I couldn't do it or this
Mm-hmm.
isn't this. Don't come and give me excuse and look for somebody to blame for something
Mm-hmm.
you've done.
Mm-hmm.
I hate it. I
And
hate
so
it.
Yeah,
I can't stand it.
yeah.
there's this poem. I don't know if you've
Yeah.
seen Excuses, Excuses. It's a very lovely poem. You should read it after this. Blenkinsop it's just a good poem. And it's one of those things. And AY, we've had these conversations. At least you've seen my interaction with. Sometimes I don't want to know the why. Would you do something? Yes, no. because it's the why that gives people the opportunity to lie. If you didn't do it, you didn't do it. Nothing you say, no excuse you give, you
Yeah,
will get the thing
exactly.
done.
So sometimes
Yeah,
I avoid, like, don't explain.
asking
It's
why.
fine. Whatever you've done, yeah, just it's fine. Just
Yeah,
let's just end
guys,
it there.
guys, we have excuses and we have flimsy excuses. So maybe
Mm.
if you have,
I,
maybe you should be a little
I
tolerant.
don't like
I
Because
don't
both.
think any of them makes a
I
difference.
don't like both. If it's
of
flimsy, it
course,
makes it
up until
worse.
you ask the why, it won't matter what the excuse is. But if you do ask the why, and that's
Hmm.
if you do, then that's kind of excuse will be like, come on, like what are you talking about?
Most often, right?
So that
The
So
shouldn't
what are you
excuse will
talking
be
about?
very flimsy. Most often, it will be like,
not
sometimes
always.
I don't, and also because I don't want to
Wait,
judge
like
people.
they don't want to be take responsibility for what they did. Is that what you're saying? Like when they
Exactly.
do something to
And then
you, and
yeah, and then sometimes, right? Because I feel like I try to be a better person, so I don't want to judge the person. So I don't know the condition in which you found yourself in, but the thing is, I don't want to know. Like whatever
yeah,
condition that
we
made you
do
do
not
what
we
you,
do not care.
yeah, I don't care. Yeah.
Hmm.
So that I don't have to come and ask why,
The
then I'll be
CEO
like, God,
mentality.
this is
The CEO mentality.
the most flimsiest is, this, I
Hmm.
can't stand this. Nah, like,
Hmm.
no.
That's the CEO
So
mentality.
yeah. Oh no, really? How is this?
No, but
So like
I
it
think
is,
we can have
you
a
don't have
conversation.
time. You don't have time for the why. They're like CEO. It's about objective, achieved, in progress, not
In
done.
certain
Right, next.
instances, right, I
Mhm.
could want to know why,
Hmm.
depending on the person, or the situation. Most often is the
Hmm.
situation. I would want to know why, but most often the situation would for this situation, just don't ask why. You'll be mad.
Hmm.
Like, you'll be extra mad at the reason the person will give, because it wouldn't make sense. And then when you start
Mhm.
saying it doesn't make sense, like, you're starting to judge the person. So, whatever it is, it's fine. Just, I'm not in for
Yo,
this
And
anymore.
yo, do
not just the incident, right? For me, it's about tasks and completion of tasks. If there's a task and you're responsible, no excuse you give, no matter how reasonable, gets the task done. And so
Done.
for me,
Yeah.
especially if I'm leading a team or if I'm leading a group or if I'm relying on someone to deliver, if I
Mhm.
ask you, is it done? No, I move on. I don't ask the why is it not done, because no amount of talking at that point gets the job
Or
done. So
fix
for me,
it.
when it comes to
Yeah.
my task, I don't need an excuse. It's done or not done. And to be honest, sometimes even some done work is better off not done. Especially if I have to go back and redo the work, like just don't do it. Like I would handle it. So for me, when it comes to these kind of things, excuses kind of one, it wastes my time sitting down debating whether or not this excuse is relevant. Like, would you do it? Yes. Have you done it? No. Okay, I move on and go get it done, because
Mhm.
I don't have time to waste. And so
Yeah.
yeah,
also
that is one
if
of those
you're
things.
if you're in Ghana, don't tell people, oh, it doesn't make sense, especially when they say something to you. I found out the hard way. Okay, apparently those are like
Those
fighting
are
words.
fighting
So
words, absolutely.
yeah, you
And
can't say
again,
that in Ghana. So
I think those are one of those things, and I think that phrase in particular is one of those things I feel people should be a bit more diplomatic about.
Yeah,
It
intolerant.
doesn't make sense
Mhm.
as it's the truth. It might not make sense, but you can say the same thing in a very, saying the nastiest thing in the nicest way is the best way to go, especially with Ghanaians. Sometimes don't hit it on the nose. Just fine.
And that's why I say, Charlie, they
I
always say,
wouldn't
what are you
I
talking
wouldn't
about?
buy this, or I don't think this is a very, it doesn't make sense, and I don't think this is a very nice, a smart thing to do. It's the exact same expression. You're expressing
yeah,
the exact same, but
but
one of them hits harder. If you go and tell your Ghanaian uncle or any uncle, hey, this doesn't make sense, oh, they'll be mad. They're like, I
yeah,
don't
I
think
found
that
out
was
the
a good
hard
way to
way.
approach it. It's the
Apparently,
exact same thing, but
I was being super disrespectful.
yeah, and it's one of those things. But there's another one here. Someone who does not respect boundaries.
Boundaries.
What name is that?
Boundaries.
Among four girls.
This is from Among for Girls President. Among for Girls President. I
President.
salute
What are you
Miss,
talking about?
Mr. or Mrs.
Is that in the
President.
Bible?
go
I think
go.
that's
Yeah, that's
impossible.
Oh, I
impossible.
think
That's
it could
impossible.
be. I think it could be.
He
Yeah,
got
but
Wow.
yeah,
weird names.
not respecting boundaries. For me, there's also one other thing. It's the physical boundaries, like personal space. Like that's
Hmm.
one of those things that grinds my gear. Like if you're constantly getting into my physical space, I'm like, come on, back off. Like step back. You don't have to be this
Mm-hmm.
So
close.
you
So
feel
yeah.
threatened that you might have to defend yourself and all that, blah 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 blah. So
Human
stay
martial art.
away, stay over there. You know.
You know,
Human martial
and
art.
the
Uh,
thing is,
you know.
sometimes, especially in the day we live, right, when a video circulates, right, often context might be missing. All
Hmm.
they would see is you pushing someone back or shoving someone in the chest and be like,
Exactly.
oh, he's violent. But
Yeah.
and so let's respect each other's boundaries, at
So
least my
we tell
physical
you
boundaries.
about
Like whenever my face or my nose is in question, please, that is too far. That is too far. If you want to know how far is too far, when you start getting that close, like don't touch me,
Does
don't
it have
touch.
exceptions? Because I think my family they don't know what boundaries are. I mean, your space, your
Family
room.
is different.
it's
Oh,
not just
Family is
family.
different. I mean,
It's
like
where we're
I
from.
I don't think I can tell my kids don't touch me. Oh, they're gonna jump and do whatever they want, right? But like for a stranger and an adult, I'm talking about grown adults here. Like even if it's a kid, if someone else's kid and they're like 3, they don't understand personal space, right? I can forgive. But if you're 30 and you think it's okay to touch a stranger in the face or touch a stranger in the chest or like keep your hands to yourself. That's all I ask. It's a
You
very
yeah.
keep
big
it
pet peeve of mine.
in
Just keep
your
your
head.
hands to yourself.
You are giving this 30 plus thing more ammunition. Please don't. Please don't give if you have more ammunition for the 30 plus.
Oh no.
You're giving
Hey,
Oh,
too
let
much
me let
ammunition.
me drop one, man.
drop one. Drop one,
Let me
man.
drop one that I really and
Mhm.
huh, it's
Why are
when
you
you
scared?
are if you're brushing your teeth with a
Yeah.
manual toothbrush, okay,
Mhm.
your teeth is not a
Oh my
dirty tile bathroom in a ghetto somewhere. That
Mhm.
like
Mhm.
stop.
Mhm.
Okay. First of all, your brush is supposed to be soft. It's supposed to be slow. Like,
Mm.
you go. I hate people that brush their teeth and it's
Mhm.
like, bro, what are we doing? Are we cleaning the bathroom for?
Crazy.
Do we do
I
we
know my
do
patience
we
level is negative too, but you are
like I
Crazy,
can't.
busy.
crazy, but
Like
that is
That
someone else's mouth. What are you doing in
that
the
is
No,
bathroom
no,
when
no,
someone
no,
is
no,
brushing
no,
their teeth?
no. I've
exactly.
heard it.
You
I've
clearly
heard
didn't go
it.
to boarding school. When
That
I've
is
people
called
are
heard it
by
patience.
that
on
That is
I've
when
heard
people
patience.
are
it
That's
by
on
that sink, right? And it's you
on
hear so many different sounds.
yeah.
people called me, right?
Mm-hmm.
You talking to
Oh
somebody
boy.
from
Get in the
Ghana,
background.
wherever, right? And then like call me after you're done, right? And then maybe they call you and then they be like, bro, like, first of all,
Mm-hmm.
get electric toothbrush, okay?
Do it. Do it.
It's better
You
for
Really.
you. It does the work for you. It's better.
Mm-hmm.
No shade.
Mm-hmm.
But that whole
oh
like,
man.
no,
Yeah.
no.
That.
You're gonna lose your whole whatever. Like you might have some gum bleeding and all that. It's gonna end up
yeah.
costing you money. You know.
Mhm.
Now, media, I'm here to help people save money. Like save your money. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
You don't need to
We'll come
go.
back to the toothbrush thing, but if you're here, we really appreciate you joining the stream, right? And we don't only just do it on YouTube, and it's not always live. Sometimes, listen, every time you missed an episode, or not all the episodes you've missed, this is episode 80. All the ones you've missed, you can always catch up on Anchor, right? Spotify, Apple Music, where Apple Podcast, wherever you get your podcast. Just look for Casa, the Casa podcast, and catch up on all the episodes. It really goes out to help the channel. And wherever you're listening to it, just leave a 5-star review. That is the best thing you can do for the channel. Like, and if you haven't done that yet, hit that like button, hit that sub, and hit that notification
Let's
bell.
go. Let's
Hit that
go.
notification bell. Like I see a
That
lot of
bell. Ring,
people in the
ring,
live
ring.
stream. Please
Very
let's do that.
necessary.
If you haven't subbed, please sub
That's
and
very
share this with
necessary.
your friends. Like we do this every week. We have great conversations, not only about pet peeves, because it could be your pet peeve. Like Casa always talks about pet peeves, but we don't only do pet peeves, we do everything. So give
Mhm.
a channel a listen, give it a subscribe, and invite your friends to listen to. And now back to the conversation.
I actually have one. So
Okay.
I don't
Okay.
know if I should.
Should
So,
I add this one which is
okay,
very related to
do
that
that.
brush thing?
Oh, please do, please.
When you share people's toothpaste, please
Oh,
squeeze from the bottom.
Oh my.
I hate people. Why do
you
people just
squeeze
squeeze
it.
the paste from
Oh,
the
they squeeze
middle?
the
Like
life. They squeeze the
why?
life out of it.
Why? Why
You
would you
squeeze it,
squeeze
looks like
from
a
the middle?
BBL, and
I
and it looks
don't
like a
get that.
BBL.
Like
Just squeeze in the
just
middle.
Oh my
oh
god.
my god, please don't
Oh,
squeeze the
goodness.
toothpaste from the middle of
I
the
think
tube.
also let's cut him some slack. I think maybe people they didn't teach them a lot of stuff when they were kids,
Mhm,
right? So that
mhm,
could be too. So
No,
we
no,
can't be too
no.
hard on. No,
mhm,
everybody's upbringing and everybody grew
No,
up in a different
Quincy,
environment,
Quincy,
right?
mhm,
Quincy, that's true. But some things don't
So
look attractive.
so maybe teach them the first time. Let them know, hey, get your shit together. Squeeze from the bottom,
mhm,
not the middle. And then maybe after the whatever the third time, like
mhm,
okay, now
mhm,
this is it. Right? I mean, people have crazy pet peeves, right? I told
mhm,
you the story about one of the execs I used to work with that she said, God rest her, so she died. That she said she broke up with her boyfriend because
mhm.
she enters the shower from the front and the guy enters the shower from the back.
Uh,
Look,
And
huh?
she
look.
hated that.
At this
So she broke
point,
up with him.
at this
Right?
point, they're
People
just trying to
have
leave you.
Yes,
At
yes.
this point,
That
they're
is rich
just trying to
people.
leave you.
That's a rich people pet peeve. Like, where is the front to the back of a shower? Like, what are you talking about? Just move the damn curtain. Just move the damn curtain.
To
but
some
you
people, there is.
there
To
is.
some
You
people,
supposed
there
I
Yeah.
is.
guess apparently you're
Move the
supposed
damn
to enter
curtain.
from the front. So
Mm,
Where is the
mm.
Where
front
is the
and where is the
front?
back?
Where is
where
the
the
back?
shower head is, where the
Where
shower
the
head
shower
is.
head is the front.
Yeah.
But what if it's what if
Who
it's lateral?
decide? Who
Like, what
decided
if it's on
that?
the side? What if it's on the
Exactly.
side?
Who
It's like
Who
decide? No,
decided? Who
nobody
I
decided?
don't know.
decides.
I don't know. I don't know.
Again.
Some asshole woke up one day and decided
that is
Mm,
POP, pet peeve
18
on its
whatever
worst.
mm.
and decided to do that
That
like
is
bunch
I'm
of
pet
going to
peeve
stuff
drop.
on
on
I'm
you,
going to
right?
drop one that is very similar to this one, guys. Don't hate me.
Right.
But one of my pet peeves is when you lie in the bed wrong. When you take your legs to the head part. Like
Diagonal.
no, no, no.
no,
Like you
but
take your head the other
Now,
way.
you people should just say you
no
hate
one.
everything
Kojo,
because
Well,
what
well,
is
Wait,
wrong
nobody.
with
well,
Wait,
sleeping in
no,
your
no, no,
bed?
nobody. Who does
headboard.
that? Who does
people
that?
Kojo
do
is
that.
the
People do
headboard.
that.
I've never seen any human being do that.
People do
Yes,
that. Trust
then they're
me, I know
idiots. It's
people
the
who do that.
Not
headboard.
There's
even
a
in a
headboard
movie.
and there's a pillow, and that is where our heads go. People would lie on the bed and they'll bring their head to the foot
Oh
of the bed.
no,
I
nah.
don't
Yeah,
think that is
it's
a
my
big
pet peeve.
deal. I don't think that is
You
No,
see,
anybody's
some people are
bed.
it's a
defending
big deal
themselves.
because it's
Some
psycho
people are defending
behavior.
themselves.
Like
Yes, yes,
it's
yes.
psycho behavior. Like who
No,
does that?
Listen,
wait. No, it's
Board.
not like I do it. I'm just saying, I'm just defending somebody because it's
mhm,
in
Hey,
bed.
who
I
are you giving
decide where
excuse
to
for?
put the pillow. Where I put a pillow
Yeah, pet
is
peeve.
where the
There's
head
a
goes.
headboard, ma'am,
mhm.
ma'am.
There's
There's a
always a
Like your
headboard.
own
headboard.
pet peeve. You're finding
No,
excuses.
even if
Your own
there's a
pet peeve.
headboard and
You're
I want to
finding
sleep
excuses.
diagonal, it's still a
You
bed.
can
I'm
sleep
still that.
diagonal with your head going where the head goes, or you
Yes.
can sleep across the bed, but you can't sleep upside
Don't
down. You
put your
can't put
foot
your
in the
legs
Why?
bed.
on the headboard.
Now
It's just
why?
not
If
right.
you're
You're
if
just
you're,
stepping in
you're Ghanaian,
people's
you know
dreams.
what people who walk upside down are like. You do know that, right?
No, I
You
just
do
feel
know
like
that,
if
right?
you're sleeping, just sleep how you be comfortable. And
With your
I
foot
mean,
on the
unless you're
headboard.
sharing the bed with
Headboard.
somebody,
Mhm.
then I feel like okay,
It's a
yeah,
headboard.
you
For crying out loud. It's a
I don't know
uh,
headboard.
why Efia wants to step on the
I don't
headboard.
understand. It's headboard.
Hey,
Headboard.
another pet peeve that
Okay,
I
hit us with that.
is people that are not motivated, right? Or they do things halfway. I don't. If you make if pick something, maybe I want to know you for you make really good smoothies. You
That's
do you make your bed whatever. Like you got to be known for something. I don't like people
yeah.
that you don't have any identity, right? Like if we
Mm-hmm.
take your
hmm.
job, your career
Hmm.
away, and your
Okay.
money,
Okay.
you have no
You're
identity. Like you
nothing.
don't do anything. You just existing. Like you just like you walking through life blindfolded, right? You got to be known for something. Like if
No, no,
like
no, no. Quincy,
I
Quincy.
know somebody that I know
Hmm.
if I want a smoothie
Hmm.
recommendation,
That's not fair, man.
that is what it. That's their thing. Like
Hmm.
they're
Hmm.
so passionate. They're so
Hmm.
passionate about it, right?
Hmm.
Trying different flavors and
Hmm.
whatever, right?
Hmm.
You know, I know somebody that really love like me. Sandwiches are my thing, right?
Hmm.
I make great sandwiches. I want to learn
Mhm.
how to improve his skills. Like that's
Mhm.
something that's not even related to what I
Mhm.
do for work
Dude,
or what I, you know,
there's
it's
something.
something that if you say, oh, if you go to Kwesi's house, you're gonna get a nice sandwich, right?
Mm.
He will make a good sandwich, right? At least all my friends know, right?
Mhm.
Like I feel like as an adult, you gotta be you need some passion. You gotta be
Mhm.
passionate about something, like one thing, right?
Mm.
Maybe you the guy that knows how to lace sneakers in different ways. Like
Absolutely.
that's your
Okay.
thing, you
It can be
know.
your little thing.
Yeah,
But
it could be a
again,
little. Everybody needs that little thing that
I want to
yeah,
add
that's it, right?
a little to that. I want to
For a
add a little
personal
to that.
relationship.
Sorry?
Pardon?
Isn't that unless you have a personal relationship with the person, because you can't just go and jump
No,
into
that's what I'm saying.
anyone.
But I don't go around judging strangers on
No,
the
no, no.
bus.
But
Then,
I
I'm
think
saying
then
like
what
people
Yeah,
what
like
around
no, we are
you.
talking about people around
no
us.
the
and
word hate,
for what
the
Kwesi
word
is
hate is
saying,
very
right?
strong. The word
I
hate then
I
is very strong.
I am going to say something. I'm going to say something, and might be a bit, but I'll explain. Right? In my opinion, right, people should strive to be a Raising Cane's and not a Golden Corral, and I'm going to explain. A Golden Corral is a food place that makes so many things, but are terrible at all of it.
Uh-huh.
Raising Cane's, that's one thing. They just do fried chicken. That's all they do. And they make the best fried chicken. Be known for something you're great at. Don't be a jack of all trades and bring nothing to the
Nothing.
table. Like, we all have a friend. Like, whenever something is happening, okay, if it's academic, okay, this is the one I'm calling. If it's a mechanic I need, this is the person I'm calling. Be
Yeah.
someone we can trust for something. Like, there are
Yeah.
people who you can trust them for anything. They're like they're golden corral. Like, what are they good at? What do you bring to the party?
Oh,
I think it's
yeah.
one of those things. But I'm not as upset about that as people who do things, especially competitive things, without passion. If we're doing any sport, if you're on my team, we're playing soccer, we're playing volleyball, we're playing table tennis,
Like you want
please,
to win.
losing is fine. It's not desired, but it's fine. But
Not
giving up
not
is
trying. Yeah.
unacceptable. Not
Yeah.
Yeah.
trying is unacceptable. Like, you can
Yeah.
come along for the ride, you can do it for the exercise, but at least be passionate about that. Like, there's some people who just give up, like they just let it go, like it doesn't matter.
I
Yeah.
think you guys are
You
going too
have to get some
strong.
passion.
You people are going
How are
too
we going to be
strong.
strong?
No, no,
Listen, listen. There
it's
are
a
It's a
some
pet
pet
peeve.
peeve
things.
of
I'm
mine.
Pet
coming. I'm
peeve.
coming. I'm
Pet
coming.
peeve.
I get
Hmm.
it's a pet peeve, but there are
Hmm.
some
Yeah.
things that, as you said, someone might be known for something. So when it comes
Hmm.
to other things, they don't have that passion for it. So they are
Hmm.
going to do it, you know, like they're trying, but they are not going to be passionate about it,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
So you guys should, cut some people some slack when it comes to that. I get it, like be known for something. Yes,
Mm.
that
Yes,
for
but I
me,
think
yeah, you have to be known for
no,
something.
but
But
Mhm.
if you're
sometimes people, yes,
I think what could you trying to say is if you decide to play with him, don't get there and just
Give
play
up in the middle of
like
the game. If you don't
like
show up,
good.
that's fine. But in
Don't
the
show
middle
up
of the game, just don't do
just
that.
because you feel what the heck you're going to
Yeah, I
lose.
know. Somebody
The
told
way
me I
you
was
lose
too.
really matters sometimes. The way you lose
Somebody told me I
matters
was too competitive in tennis. Like I'm acting as if it's a U.S. Open. I'm like, no, I just want to win. And me being super
and you
competitive,
want to
I'm
earn your
achieving my
workout.
goal of
You want to
yeah,
earn
I'm
your
sweating
workout.
it
Like
out, and I'm
you really want to
building
know I earned
fitness,
it.
right?
Yeah. Take
And
it
I
yourself.
think
Yeah.
this is one of those things where people think the people who compete, the people who are passionate about things, we take it like personally. When the game ends, I'm done. Right?
Oh
I
yeah.
don't even remember the game and I don't care. But if I'm doing something, I'm not going to do it half-heartedly. Right? Chris said something in the comments the other day. How you treat anything is how you treat everything. Like,
Hmm.
if
Mhm.
it's a game, if you've shown up, sometimes you've driven like an hour to get there. Come on. The least you can do is show some passion. Just do the thing like you want to be there. Like,
Yeah.
and especially in a team sport. And I'm saying this not like, at least match the energy of the players around you, because I think it will be very disappointing if everybody puts in their best and you're the one who just didn't care, who just didn't contribute, and then they lose. For me, that would break my heart. And so when I'm on a team, I'm like, match the energy, care about it, and be passionate.
Mhm.
It's a pet peeve when you're on a team and you're just that anchor sinking them. Like it's not it's not good. And you don't have to be great. Like I said, you can lose at times. Like it's undesirable, but it's
Mhm.
fine. It's just giving up. Like just don't give up. And not just in games, but in everything. Just don't give up.
I
Yeah,
have I
busy.
have one too. So it was actually close to what Ifya was saying
Hmm.
with the excuses. When you
Hmm.
use certain flimsy
Hmm.
excuses that don't make no sense to
Hmm.
justify shitty behavior or poor performance, like, oh, I'm a
My
I'm
zodiac
Leo,
sign.
yeah, zodiac signs,
Wait.
or oh, I'm a woman. Like, first you're asking for a position and you want gender equality, and now you are there and like, oh, don't take it hard on me. You know I'm a woman, or you know I'm a guy. I'm like, yo, what
Eh.
are you talking about?
Yeah, guys, let me do this before. Listen, guys, take a good look at this cup. Take a good look at this hat again.
Hey, I was going to speak
My,
Spanish, but
yeah, you
my
can,
brain,
you
my brain,
can.
my brain froze. But my brain
All right,
froze.
guys, pet
Primo,
peeves.
primo, primo.
All right, man.
So what's
Mhm.
about that? Oh, wait, he's about
About
okay.
what about which one?
Yeah, and then sometimes like a guy will do something shitty and you find some excuse like, oh, that's how men are. I'm like, yo, what do you mean by that? If it's shitty,
Yeah, that
it's a
is
pet
also a
peeve.
pet peeve of mine. It's not just that that's how men are. When people go about blaming their star signs, the zodiac signs. Oh, I'm
Yeah,
an Aries,
zodiac is
and
number
Aries.
one.
What?
Zodiac is number one,
What?
but I think there are a lot more things people do and they use gender and
What does that
where
even
and like
mean?
where someone is from to justify it. I'm like, what are you talking
Yeah.
about?
Ghanaian men. I know a lot of Ghanaian men. They are not like you. Like
Thank
no,
you,
no. Oh,
thank
you
you.
know how American women? No, no, I don't. Like you
Thank
have a
you,
terrible behavior. Fix it,
thank you.
please. Fix it.
Oh, people from here, that's how they are. I'm like, you really have to stop that thing.
Yeah, that
Kojo,
often grinds. Hmm.
you
Uh,
brought some comments up from Courage. He said
Hmm.
his pet peeve was someone asking what will happen in a movie
Oh yeah.
when
Oh yeah. Oh
when
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
that's fine.
look sometimes, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
People
Tell us more. Yeah, tell us more. We know you have a lot of positions on this.
and
Let us know.
Why
Mm-hmm.
has
people
she?
do that to
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
stay active through the movie.
Mm,
Okay,
mm,
it's not like
Active.
you yes, and
mm,
sometimes when you are watching the same thing but people have different understanding of where the movie is going better than you, so you
mm.
ask, oh, what is, sometimes you are lost,
So
you are just
so
lost.
so so guys, the reason why Evia Eboa is trying to explain this is she is a very very bad
Watcher.
co-pilot whenever you're watching movies. The movie will start, the character will show up for the first time. Evia Eboa will turn to you and be like,
Who is
"Did he
this?
die?" Girl, we just started. Like,
No,
this
no,
is my first
no,
time too, right?
no, no, no. Honestly, people are not being fair. It's not everyone that actually, as I'm saying, some people will watch the ssame thing like
Mm-hmm.
15 minutes in, and then they sort of have ideas that people don't have. No, I'm
Mm.
not guilty. Oh my goodness.
No,
Please
No.
but
explain away. No, no,
if
you're
you
not guilty at all. You're not guilty, but sure,
if you
explain
if
away.
you
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
if you if you I don't think
Yeah.
you are guilty, but
Hmm.
I think what that means is maybe you just have to learn to pay attention when watching because
No, it's not
these
about attention
documentaries
for a
and all
few.
is fine.
It's not
Mhm.
about attention for a few. If Fia
Yeah.
wants you, and that's another thing.
To watch it.
To me, it's a pet peeve. But for some people, it's fine, right? But I don't like spoilers. Ifya is one of those people who doesn't mind if you spoil the movie for her. Like if you've watched it,
Wow.
just tell her what happened, and
Wow.
she still would enjoy it. And I'm like, I can't do
So
that.
you are an anti-spoiler, anti-spoiler. You are very okay with spoilers.
Yes,
I
she
know the
doesn't
truth is
mind.
it motivates me to actually watch the movie. Like if you
But
tell me,
then
and
where's
now I
the
want to see
suspense?
it in action.
Then where's the suspense? It means if you do
It's
like
still
surprise birthday parties or surprise gifts, tomorrow I'm going to buy you a gift. It's this big. Just pretend like you're surprised. Okay. The way you see
Mhm.
it.
no, not in that context, not like that, not like that. Listen.
This is all you, AY. All these comments are coming from you.
No, listen. It's not like I
Did
don't
she die?
like.
Die? Oh
Listen,
my
listen.
goodness.
It's not like I
Yeah.
can. I don't like surprises or not. It's just that I have the idea in my head now. I want to see it play out.
Mm.
it gives me motivation to watch the thing. Like it makes me want to go on and watch. Like if I'm going to sit through a 1 hour 40 minutes movie and I have to be like cracking my brain,
You
is
usually
like
watch movies alone. Have you ever watched a movie like? Have
I
you ever
barely
gone to a mall?
watch.
Have you ever gone to any mall alone and watched a movie alone?
No,
Because there's no
no,
one.
no, 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 no,
No, if you
no,
want to watch a movie alone, she would want to
no.
Come on,
watch with someone and then ask
come on,
you like you wrote the movie or you're the director. Like,
come on.
Generally,
what
I
is
would
going to
want to
happen to?
watch the movie after someone
Pet
had
peeve,
watched
pet
it.
peeve. If you fit into this pet peeve, so bad, but so good.
Which
I think it's so good, so bad.
Let's let Efia be. Eh? She said it's not
I
her.
mean,
She was only defending the people who do it. She's never done it. But
She begs, she begs.
Nee has been in here. Nee, I've seen you, and I see the love, and I see all the comments, and I am going to read this one. A jack of all trade is a master of none. That's what Nee is saying. But that said, when you go to the hospital, you're seen by a general practitioner or an MD who is as well, who could as well be
a
hey,
jack of all
a
trades.
jack of all trades. That
Wow.
doesn't mean he ain't good enough. That's true. That's true. But whenever you have a specific problem, like if you have a
Yeah,
cardiological problem, or you have,
specialist.
hey, and this is Dia's favorite word, by the way. Dia is in the house, and I want to give Dia a shout out. Dia's favorite word is optometry. Optometry. Dia's favorite word is optometry and optometrist. And
I
so
think
if
I
you
remember
have
that episode. I
if
remember
you
it.
have
I
if you
remember.
have an a problem with your eye, you don't want to see an MD, you want to see an optometrist, right? And so yes, obviously
Depends on what problem,
that
actually.
that's
Depends on what problem.
something.
They're also ophthalmologists, so
Yes,
also
yes. Dia found out that there are a couple of them. She's asking if it's her. No, Dia, it's not you. It's me.
no,
Guys,
it's
what do
not
you
you.
guys think about that? That does that grind your gears to it's not you, it's me?
Not really, not
Not
really.
really.
Because
But
Dia said, "Is it me?" And I was like, "No, it's not you.
I
It's
mean,
me.
and
It's me."
yeah.
Not really.
So I have another one,
Mm-hmm.
and I think
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
this lots of us can like actually identify with this. When someone
Okay.
takes something and tells you they're going to bring it back, and they don't bring it back, and you have to go and borrow it from
Yeah.
them or take it back
Yeah.
from them yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
I hate
Yeah.
that thing. You've been
Yeah.
waiting. Oh, I will take them. I will take, and you see that 2 weeks
Mm. Mm.
to a month,
It
and two
depends
months.
on what. It depends on what, because sometimes you can be very forgetful, right?
No, but
And
see,
sometimes it's not really a need. Like it depends on what specifically. Because if it's like, you
your micro,
know, my
your microphone.
microphone that you know I'll need next week, then
Yes, that's the
yeah.
point. You have
But
to go
if
and
if
Mm-hmm.
if, if it's
yourself.
like, if it's like a dress that I don't even wear, or like
Mm-hmm.
a book I'm done reading,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's not
No, but
like
anyway, so this is my thing. My thing is it's the initial commitment. Oh, can I have this? That's
exactly.
different. But can I have this? I'll bring it back tomorrow. For me, if you said, can I have this and you don't bring it back, I'll come for it when I need it. But if you tell me you're going to bring it next week, I'm going to bring
Tomorrow.
it tomorrow. I don't think about it till the time arrives. And then I start to watch if you bring it. Right. And sometimes because people, I don't know, but people think they might not get it if they don't tell you, oh, give me this, I'll give it to you tomorrow, I'll give it to you in 2 days. You know you can't bring it back in 2 days. Why don't you just ask for it without putting that timeline? Once you
Exactly.
put that timeline, you should commit to it. When you say you're gonna give it to me tomorrow, don't make me come ask for it, because some of us can't ask. I'm terrible at asking people for my thing. And so if you told me you're gonna bring it, please
For
just
me,
bring it.
I will ask you. I will literally set a reminder depending
Mm-hmm,
on the
mm-hmm,
priority of that thing. But
mm-hmm,
I will ask you. I don't have a problem asking you
mm,
if you owe me money and you say 2 weeks. Two
mm-hmm,
weeks. But I ask you, Charlie, what's up?
mm-hmm.
I will always ask you because, and I've always said this: be a man or woman of your word. You can't say something and then go against it. So is that commitment? Commit and
that makes sense. That makes sense.
And in the borrowing bit, Nana Finn class Peters is saying, what of people asking for money and not paying back? You have to text and text and text.
and
Even feels like you're begging for your own money. Yes,
I tell you,
that can
The
really.
rule with borrowing is borrow money that feels like
unless
you're not getting back.
I
That
don't.
is the
You
basic
mean
rule.
lending? Because
Like I mean, yeah, you
when you're
lend.
lending
Sorry,
out, yeah, because
you
I was like,
lend.
You're
you
borrowing
are
money you're not
lending
going to give back. That is a
you are
bold rule.
That's
you are
terrible.
lending money that
Yeah,
Yeah.
at the back of
Yeah.
your mind you can lose
You
that
can let
money.
it
you can
go.
lose that money.
You can let
Okay,
it
But
so
go.
it
Yeah.
always doesn't happen that way, right? And
mhm,
again, these are good conversations to have, especially with the finances and all that. It always doesn't happen that way. Often if it's like give me
Yeah.
something small, yeah. But sometimes
yeah,
people come to you and they have real needs, and sometimes it
a
doesn't,
matter of life and
that
death.
rule, yeah, that rule may not apply, but it's a very good rule, especially among your friends. Like give away money you can afford to lose, because yes, Nana, I'm right there with you. Sometimes it feels like you're begging for your own money, and I think it would not be a fun thing. I don't know if it's a pet peeve, but yeah, for some people it could be, and I would acknowledge that. But there's this one that came through from Mr. Holbrooks again. He's saying this is a very common one among young people these days. People who spend too much time on their phone in social situations instead of being present and enjoying the time with the people. Guys,
Yes,
guys, what do you guys think? This is like one
Yeah.
of those.
yes, it's for me one
I
of them.
think
On a date,
Oh,
something.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. In certain situations, right? It grinds my gears too. But sometimes people are not social people, and especially when they find themselves in an environment where they are not really comfortable,
hmm,
it's just their phone that they feel like,
mm.
just to avoid all those things. They just stay on their phone.
So
But if it's like a date,
mhm,
if it's like
mhm,
hanging out with friends, then
mhm,
yeah, it's a big pet. Put a phone somewhere and
yeah,
let's just be in the moment. But sometimes you find yourself in social gatherings or
mhm, mhm,
places where you feel a
mhm,
bit tensed up or uncomfortable.
mhm.
Sometimes it's
yeah,
a way to cope, a coping mechanism. It's not necessarily because they want to be there like
So,
all the
so
time.
I think the more we're talking about these things, the more I want us to have an episode where we're just sharing some best practices. And one of the best practices,
Mm.
especially on dates, young men and young women, one thing I've realized is one of the worst ideas is leaving your phone on the table on a date. If you go out for dinner with someone, especially if it's the first time,
mhm,
please try and keep your phone away. If you're a young woman, you can keep it in your purse. If you're a young man, keep it in your jacket, keep it in your pocket. Don't put the phone, like there's that tendency. There's that it will light up and you might, and it's such a terrible look. And not just on dates. If you're going for an interview, most often jobs will tell you I can't hire someone I haven't eaten with. And so the formal interview itself, it's something, but all the other things they look out for when you're not
yeah.
presenting, when they're not
Social.
asking you questions, they take you out on a date, you're looking at your phone, you're pressing your phone, you're taking a picture of something, like it just comes off as wrong. So, guys, just hide that phone. And in class, and I think we have to do this, some of the things that will make you a successful student in class, just put the phone away. Some people are like, oh, me, I'm just using it to check the time. But the truth is, you'd get an alert from Instagram, and before you realize, 5 minutes
You're
of
on
the class is gone
Instagram,
and you're
yeah.
lost. Like this phone thing, it's not a pet peeve per se, it's just becoming a bad habit. And a lot of people are losing very great opportunities because they were looking down at their phone and not up at the people
Another
talking to them.
opportunity.
And so this one, I think it would be a good advice, or it's something we can all practice as a best practice thing. In
Yeah.
very professional settings, keep your phone away. And on dates, when you're trying to get
Hmm.
to know people, the phone won't do much. The phone won't do much. Please, let's
Yeah.
put the phones away. It will grind a lot of gears. Any other
Yeah.
pet peeves today?
Um.
Mm-hmm.
So I have this pet peeve.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
This is going to hit a few people on social media.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, but I do not understand why you would
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
post a photo of yourself and tag it with a line which has nothing to do with the photo. Like his card declined, my face card does not decline. Like I'm like, what has this got to do with
It's
face
a
card?
I
caption.
don't agree with you on
I,
that.
no, for me it is a pet peeve because if you are posting about yourself, just post, but don't say like every guy's card declines, but this face card will not decline. Like I don't.
You're a
Dude.
What
hater. You're
Yeah.
a
At this
hater.
point, I agree
You're
with
a
Ifya
hater.
Yeboah.
You're just a
I'm
hater.
just gonna no, I'm
just
gonna
post,
put the face
or
of,
just
of
do
a
a
hater on
card
the show.
and then,
No, 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 no.
why did
You're
do a
just
card?
hating at this point.
You're a
It is
You're
hater.
just
really
hating.
it's something I
You're
see a
just
lot. I'm
hating.
like, yo, like what are you doing, man? Like Just
I
post and
I
have
think
fun post.
you should speak to the people with a massive influence on social media. Sometimes, right? Sometimes it's the caption that gets people. It's not like a picture itself, but it's the caption. That's what,
Yeah.
and I think again you can be playful about it. There are some very witty captions that are
Mm-hmm.
even more inviting than the picture itself. Like
Mm-hmm.
you'd see a picture and you see the caption, and you're like, That's funny." And so I think you can't hate on
So,
people. But if it's
so,
your pet
so,
peeve, hey,
no,
to
so,
each his
so the
own.
thing is, I'm not upset like I hate it, but I just
Mhm.
find it like, oh my goodness, like really, like this, like, and they just put some tagline. I don't call it corny. Thing is, it is funny,
Mhm.
but I'm like, come on, like really, like that's so like just go through my mind every time. That's just one of
Oh,
the many
oh,
ones
this
on
is
social
another
media.
one.
On social media.
MJ Holbrooks is saying when customer
Hey,
service tells you that your call is really important to us,
elevator music.
but you have to listen to 40 minutes. I'm going to share my story. I'm going to share my
Oh my
story.
goodness.
Guys, so when I went to Ghana over yeah, I think not this one, but the last time I went to Ghana, I had
Mm-hmm.
an issue with my airline ticket. And the airline played this interesting trick. The customer service people close around I think 5 or 6. They sent me an email about the cancellation of my flight like 2 minutes before they went off. So the next day, the next morning, I know they come in at 6. I'm calling so that they can get to put me on the next flight. They're like, "Oh, your call is very important to us. You're number 41 on the wait list." I'm like, "Okay, fine. I have nowhere to be. I'm going to wait." And then they'll play the music and then they'll tell you, "You're now number 25 on the list." They play. This is like an hour in. "You're now number 4 on the list. You're now number 2 on the list." The music comes and the call drops. The call just drops, and I call back, and they're like, "You're now number." I'm like, "No way, no way. You people are not doing
They
this
are
to me.
playing with you.
You,
You
you
got to number
I
two.
came all the way down from the 40s to like the next guy up, and the call drops, and I call back, and they're like, "You're number 30 something." I'm like, "You people gotta
Of
be
course.
kidding."
You
They
have
pay
to
Listen,
for
start
it.
all over
that your
again.
call is important to us. Please just
You have
They
tell
to
pay
start
me.
for
all over again.
It's crazy. You should
it. Oh
just tell the
man.
customer, "Listen, we're really swamped right now. We'll give you a call in an hour." Let them go do what they have to do. Don't tell us your call is important to us and let us listen to elevator music for an hour. Like
Elevator
that is
music.
just mean. That is just a waste of my time. Any more pet peeves? We'll be wrapping up the show very soon. And I know
Yep.
we've touched on a lot of the pet peeves you have. If you're on here and you haven't heard your pet peeve yet, let's just leave it in there. And if you're watching the rerun, it's not too late. Let us know your pet peeve. Please just go into the comment section and let us know. And if you disagree with any of the things, or if you really think If Boy is a movie spoiling fiend, please let her know. Let her know in the comment section. And if you haven't done that yet, that that thumbs up really helps us a lot. Like this channel is really at that point where we need everybody to, stream. Like the crawler is saying, go to anchor.fm/slash casa or find us anywhere you get your podcast, right? Any podcast directory, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, wherever you get Spotify, just give it subscribe on there, leave a 5-star review if you like the content, and it goes a long way to help us out. We're going to be wrapping up. We're going to be signing off very soon here on the Casa Podcast. I'm going to go around and take the last pet peeve because I have my last best pet peeve here. What's your last pet
Huh.
peeve?
Huh.
You're out of pet peeves.
No, I mean, I'm
Is,
going to
is,
shade
is
myself.
Rashid
If
is Rashid pressing his phone a pet peeve?
No,
yeah, it's a pet
I think I am
peeve.
looking for my last pet peeve. I'm looking for it. And I hope it's again
So,
about social media. What
Mm,
happens on social media?
so my last
mm,
pet peeve, I'll be shading myself, but
mhm,
I don't mind. I, I hate impatient people. People that get
mm,
angry. I don't get angry easily. Okay, let me say people
hmm,
that easily get angry. I can't
hmm,
stand it. I don't get angry
hmm,
easily, but I'm very impatient. That if you're impatient, that's fine. But if you get angry, that's a different ballgame. I hate it.
hmm.
I can't stand it. Yeah.
AY, before you go, I think Nee has a question and I want you to answer. He's saying
Okay.
when it comes to where the lip of the toilet paper should go, should it be over or under? Should it be over or under?
Now I can tell Nee has some It's some
No,
OCD. You have boundary OCD because
no,
who
no,
really cares whether
it's
it's
over.
over or
It's
It
over.
under?
does.
It's over.
Nee, it's
It's
always
over.
over. Don't listen
It's
to them.
It's
over.
It's always
Like a
under.
over.
It's
beard.
under.
It's always
No,
No,
over.
it's
it's
over. It's over
under.
like a
It's
beard and not like a goatee.
Yeah, exactly. It's
That's
supposed to
why.
be
That's why
over.
I was like,
AY,
I was
have
it's
you
being
have
weird
you have
like
because
you
I always
ever
forget
under.
that thing.
no AY, have you ever
Look,
tried to find the lip and rolled, and when it's under, you roll and it goes and touches the ground? Like for me, that piece is destroyed. You have to tear it and throw it out. So you always have
Yeah.
to put it over so that you can
you
always
people
roll
just have
and
OCD. Just let me know
no.
you have
This
OCD.
is not OCD,
I
Bunny.
was
Please.
It's
It's always over.
the truth. Okay,
Never
wait.
go
The truth
under.
is, the
Yes.
truth is, the
Mhm.
truth is, it doesn't really matter.
Mm.
But if you want me to take I'm not taking over. I'm not taking. I'm taking under.
Just because we said it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because under, yes, but under it can get, especially if you have one of those ones that has the lid on, it can
Yeah. It
get to
will
the
better.
back and you would have to roll it a bit. And so you'd see it slide down and touches
Yeah.
the ground. It's just waste of tissue. Just do it
Yeah.
over. And then, especially when you have the one with the lid like that, when you roll, you can just
Stop it.
pull it and then it cuts for you.
Yeah.
And so
Well, I
over
like it
is a,
under. I think under is fine.
it's a practical way. AY just wants to be a contrarian.
Set in her way. She just sits in her
No, I just
She's
like it
just she
under.
doesn't even care where
way.
it goes. She
Okay.
doesn't.
Okay.
She's one of those people who takes the
If you are,
tissue off
if you
the
are,
roll before.
if you are, if you're not so bothered about it, how about you find a way of proving to us that for one entire week you
I'm
try
not
the
doing
you
it.
have
I'm
How
not
is
doing
she
it.
going to prove that to
and you
us?
are
I don't
setting
think we want the proof.
that's the thing.
We'll take
Like
a
no
word
one wants
for
to see a
it.
video.
No, we'll take a
No,
word for
no,
it.
no.
If
My
yeah, will
word
not do it.
is
She just said
I
herself she's not
can
going
do
to do
it.
it.
I can do
This
it.
is not
I'll
going to do it.
definitely put it under. I can do it. It will come down like this. I'm not
Okay.
doing this. No.
Okay.
Please, oh,
Rashid, your last pet peeve.
ooh, I don't want to call this a pet peeve
Mm-hmm.
because maybe
Yeah.
it might come down to a medical condition. But when your feet stink and you don't realize your feet stink,
Is it a medical condition?
Athlete's foot.
uh,
Some people
yes,
might have athlete's
some
foot.
people
That,
exactly,
but
and they
Oh.
but
have it, and they are
just the
yes, but some people
shower.
actually don't know. Some people don't know that their feet stink. Like they can't tell even if they are getting foot rot, and then
So
they can't realize that you maybe you have a funky smell from your feet.
it was until recently that I saw a Twitter poll that asked if people wash their feet. And I realized that about 30% of Americans, or at least the respondents, don't wash their feet. They don't think washing feet is necessary. And I'm sure
Damn.
there are people around the world who think washing
Wait, what
feet
do
is
you
not
mean
necessary.
washing feet is not when they
So they
bath they
just
get to
take a
their knee?
shower. Yeah, they don't wash their
They
feet. They're
don't get
like,
to their feet.
all the soap and everything is going there anyway, so it's clean. So yeah, some
Oh,
people I found out recently, but yeah, it is a very very common thing. Like 1 in 3 people don't wash their feet, and so yes, please just wash your feet. It's
wow.
it's not that
That's
bad.
terrible. That's
Yeah,
This
terrible.
is new to
just
me.
wash your feet. My
That's
last pet peeve, guys, is selective outrage. Just like Chris Rock said in the show. I want people to be consistent with their outrage, especially the woke mafia. Today we're not doing politics. And so yes, I know these days everybody wants to start a cause for something, like let's
yeah.
stop this shaming, that shaming, this ist. These days they have the ist and they'll put it on anything. You listen to radio, you're a radioist. You watch TV, you're a TVist. You like that, you're a racist. You're this, you're a sexist. You're this, you're a feminist. Everybody wants to add something. But my thing is they're so inconsistent with the outrage. Chris Rock told a joke. He's like, there are people who would be fine playing Michael Jackson and not play R. Kelly. Like, if you want to be someone who is causing social change with your actions and you're going to cancel people, just do it across the board. On social media, for instance, a lot of people would unfollow someone for saying something and then they would be following Bongo. And I'm like, come on, can we be consistent here? If you cancel this person
Oh man.
for that, you should cancel Bongo for that. Or if you're going to
Yeah.
go ham on Bongo, then when your favorite follow or the guy your person you follow the most says it, you should be the same. Like, I think people are very inconsistent when it comes to the outrage. The two people would do the exact same thing, and one would be crucified and bashed and cancelled, and then the other one is like, yeah, boys will be boys or girls will be boys. What the heck does that even mean? So that is one of those things that grinds my gear. That
Mm.
Yeah.
injustice that our society is being driven to, and it's something we can all do something about. Like we can do something about. Like if you're going to be outraged, I even don't think outrage is necessary. I think the outrage has destroyed social discourse. Now we're getting to the point where we have a lot of bad agreements. Like I'd rather agree with you just so that you don't think I am a racist or I am a
Or
homophobic
something.
person or something. Like, can't we just have decent conversations about things?
It's just a tolerance level, I guess, because
Hmm.
sometimes people don't have the capacity to,
Hmm.
take in what other people think,
Yeah.
or
Have
to
their
sort
own
of,
opinions questioned too.
yes, like it's fine if someone is not on my side, we can just talk. It
Hmm.
doesn't really have to be, if you're not on my side, you're on my enemy.
Hmm.
Now it's either on my side or you're my enemy. I
Yeah.
think we should, it's just like, it will be better if people get to a point where they know, okay, this person is on my not my side, and that's fine. You don't hold, you're not so rigid.
Hmm. If
Yeah.
hey, what this is for you, read it and answer it for us. It's from me, and he wants us to read this for him, and we'll probably end the show on
Myself,
this
I
one.
just said.
Let me ask the ladies here. Do y'all hate when a guy leaves the toilet seat up after using the bathroom? I have I've had my share of fights, and I want to know from the general public. Hmm.
Hmm.
I'm a guy.
Hmm.
I am a guy, and I hate it.
You
You
hate
hate the
what?
toilet
You hate
seat
what? Having the toilet
Guy,
seat up?
yes,
up?
I insist in my washroom every time when you're done, you drop
Mhm.
either bleach or Dettol in there and you close it because I don't want to open it and have some nasty smell hit me, and I don't want to even come and meet to open it. It just pisses me off. Yeah, it's
Is
something
it
I
is
would.
it
Oh,
sanitary
okay.
though? Is it sanitary to keep it always
I
closed?
I I don't know
I
if it
I honestly
is.
don't know, but I don't want to have to walk past and maybe get a whiff of what's in there. It can really turn me off because sometimes
Okay.
I'm going to take
Okay.
a bath. I use the washroom.
But I
I'm
think
like,
it's one of those battle of the sexist, especially sexist. Hey, what did I just say? Battle of the sexes in relationships, right? Up
yeah,
down. It causes
Yeah,
a lot of people to fight.
it
I think
does. It
me
does.
what I can say is just do what will make you happy and make your partner happy. Sometimes you
yes,
might want it up, but if your
yes.
partner wants it down,
Let's go.
just
You.
sometimes just do that. Like it would save you a lot of problems. Some
Fight.
people genuinely don't care. You might be with someone who doesn't care if it's up or down. There are people when they get there, they would tune things to their. I had even a couple fight about the way the shower head is positioned. One of them is taller than the other, and it's like, when you're done, why don't you reset it? And I'm like, whenever he goes in there too, he also has to set it. Like there are things that I feel it's one, it's between the couple, and two, you have to
It's
set things to
petty.
your
It's
preference. Yeah.
petty. It's just
Hey,
pettiness. It's petty. Like some
AY has
fights
called
don't
it.
need to happen.
AY has
Like,
called
why
it
are you saying
as it
somebody
is.
shy is like this? Just send it
If
and
you're
go. Why
if
people
you're
just want to
if you're
fight
if
over
you're
everything?
if you're
Mhm.
the day you're with a man who's maybe 7 feet tall, you'll understand
Not really.
that. So
I
until
think
you get there, you can't really
no. I think there are
stand
people
back
who would
and respect.
generally like personally when I sit in people's cars,
Yeah,
it's uncomfortable, so I adjust the seat.
yeah,
And normally, when I'm getting out, I'll try and adjust it for them. But if you take
exactly.
my car and the seat is back, just adjust it. And when I come and you haven't, I'll just adjust it. Like, I don't think these are things people should be fighting over. The seat, toilet seat
Yeah,
up, toilet seat down. But hey, to each his own. But me, what I would say is don't take a fear's advice or don't take mine. Listen to your partner, and what they
take mine,
want is
take
what
mine,
you
take
do.
mine, take
Because
mine.
if you come and get advice on this podcast and they beat you, please don't call us. Because
Take mine,
some people are
take mine.
sticklers for it. And so, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
someone is saying the toilet seat thing is just an American thing. I have issues when I first moved here, but I got the memo.
The memo.
Absolutely. It is. It is. Like normally people don't
Yeah,
really care
the
about the up
memo.
and down, but you get the
No.
memo. You get the memo, guys. And so we're going to be wrapping up today. Thank you so much for joining us, man. We really appreciate the comments, the love, the like, the shares. We couldn't do this podcast without you. You guys are the reason we do this. And we always appreciate it when you guys spend time with us. But before we go, I would take a minute to acknowledge if it was her again. She is really killing that hair. That hair is
If you what's it
really
called?
I
popping.
don't know. I just combed it out. I don't know. And it doesn't have a
Okay,
name.
so
And
you
for those
kindly
of
tell
you
us
who are
something.
wondering, I am going to be doing that hairstyle in a few months. But yeah.
Ah.
Um
Kindly commit to a timeline so that we can track.
okay, I commit to the timeline in my head. Thank you guys so much
No,
for
no, no.
joining us and for listening to the show. And once again from us here at the Tribe, it's
Bye.
bye.